When McKinsey published its last Lions on the Move report in 2010, Africa was recording an average growth rate of 5%. Since then, growth has retracted, mostly in countries driven by commodities. Political instability and disease has also diminished some gains.
When you actually extract the effect of the Arab Spring, which really affected many of the economies, and the reduction of power from the oil and mineral resources pricing, you see that the rest of the economy are actually growing quite well. 41 countries' GDP is growing at 4.4%.
The continent may only manage a 3% growth rate this year, but in the global context, Africa is faring better than most developed countries.
You have about 75 cities in Africa today that account for about 44% of consumption. Those cities will be the cornerstone of growth because of there'll be 187 million people we expect will move to urban areas in the next decade.
The African consumer market is expected to be the main driver of growth. McKinsey estimates that consumption will rise to $2.1 trillion by 2025. This will boost demand for infrastructure, goods and services, areas that present opportunity for investors. If efforts to re-industrialize work, manufacturing output can be doubled from $500 billion to $1 trillion in the next decade.
A lot of the manufacturing that's happening on the continent is mainly around agro-processing. In addition to that, light manufacturing. The one big constraint that's also been highlighted is power. So what we'd like to see more from our leadership is actual investment and execution on the power infrastructure side.
South Africa was categorized in the report as a slow grower due to low growth and unemployment. Countries like Nigeria and Angola fell into the vulnerable category, while most of the East African region made the stable growers list. The report noted the need for innovation and new technology.
I think Africa has been resilient, but now we need to change the strategy and build institutions to adjust, both to the global headwinds, to China itself by diversifying our markets, and then the financial structure by strengthening and deepening local capital markets on the continent.
Despite the challenges, the continent still presents plenty of investment opportunity in areas of agriculture, infrastructure, resources and consumer-facing industries. The report also noted that the rate of return on investments in Africa is higher than in any other developing country. Sumitra Nydoo, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.